All right, we're back. The rain hasn't let up. You can see the flares going up again, red against the clouds. And every few seconds, there's another shout somewhere out in the dark. Another camp in trouble. Our crew's holding on the best they can. They pushed off the raptors, pulled what's left of their gear into a circle, got the fire barely going. Now they're just sitting in it, waiting. You can feel how tense it is, even from here. No one wants to move. No one wants to make a sound. It's like the whole jungle's listening. This was supposed to be the easy night. Just dry off, breathe, wait for morning. But out here, even the waiting feels like a fight. Let's see what happens next. This is your turn to roll.
I think as she went slack, her first thought would probably be of her dad. And she would probably just think, I almost had it. And then as she's laying there and like kind of not conscious, but like her brain's kind of starting to stabilize a little bit, she would probably just start replaying like memories of her parents coming home and having all this like fancy stuff with them and like telling her all their stories. So it'd kind of be like a montage of her parents.
Depends, how far away is that dino? Like right after I wake up. Gonna go eat some dino. Yeah, he'll kind of slowly transform and then take off and eat the dino. Yeah, I think he'll kind of take his snack, he'll kind of look around, kind of realize what he's done, and he's gonna run off into the wild.
I'd like to go back to sleep, please.
Harn would definitely try and get a short rest in.
They'll probably come back at some point. And Lorelei will look over to Parn and Sage and be like, so Wolfie is actually a Wolfie?
It happens sometimes. I've fought against them in the pits.
What is it?
I'm not sure. Sometimes they can make themselves look like animals, and other times they're humanoids just like us.
So it's a druid? No, you don't know magic. I forgot. I'm so sorry.
Sorry for your loss.
He'll be like looking down at the new scar on his arm.
Yeah, as soon as he shuts down, Lorelei, she's not gonna put her bedroll out this time. She's honestly just gonna like put her back to the fire and like curl in a ball around her bag and just try to get some sleep.
All right, so Lorelei and Parn are out.
I'm down to like nothing. I have a belt pouch, my axe, a short sword, and a tiny carving.
And you
Everything
can
else
do
is
attitude. Zenthar, Taryn will stand kind of next to you, again under the tarps, and he will like look back at Sage, Parn, and Lorelei, who are all kind of huddled around the firelight, and he says, "You are a very adept fighter. I knew when I met you in the first banquet that you would prove a worthy ally."
I'm just trying to survive.
I was there once, trying to survive. I find myself a little bit more capable than I was then. Where are you from, Drow? Why aren't you with your people?
It's kind of a touchy subject, I imagine. But I'm looking for someone.
I pray you find them. Anyways, I am glad to have found an ally in you. If you swing that hammer the way you do, maybe we'll see sunlight.
I'm kind of mixed feelings about the sun, but I'm with you.
I pray that was the last excitement for the night. And he will, like, without even saying goodbye, that was his goodbye. He stands up, walks around, like, steps over the group, and will go take this end and watch the other direction, like, to make sure that nothing comes from the other way. 15 minutes pass. Zenthar, as you look out, because you're the one looking out towards the jungle, you see a marked decrease in the number of flares going up in the middle of the night. The water is coursing. Like, if it were any higher, you would be swept from the rock. But it is going around you. You also notice marks of, like, dry soil around you. The soil that you're on is parched, so it likely doesn't ever get the flood water. The shrubbery around you is, dried, sort of aged, matured shrubbery, so it doesn't get wiped out, whereas, like, the reeds and stuff were very young vegetation, so you assume you're not going to get wet here. That being said, Lorelei and Parn, you may collect your long rest, or your short rest rather, as 1 hour passes. Uninterestingly, you are not meringued by enemies at this time. Lorelei, do you have hit dice left?
Yeah.
Would you like to roll it during your short rest? You may. You don't have to, but you may.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You don't want to hang out on your current HP?
No, not really.
All right. I'm not asking for any particular reason,
I feel like you are, and I'm terrified.
Somewhere around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you're left again alone, and again in the dark of the night. What would you guys like to do as you're just waiting for dawn?
I think as much as Lorelei wants to sleep and she's very tired, I think she kind of can't anymore. So she's gonna get up and she's gonna walk over to Zenthar and just kind of take a seat right next to him on the log. Thank you for rescuing my bag.
I hate to losing my own items. I know what it's like.
Why are you out here?
He's gonna just pull out the locket of or the whatever it is that's containing that stuff, and he'll just open it.
Yeah, so you see there is there's a locket, and inside there is a small little engraving, because there wouldn't be like photography back then. So there'd be a small little engraving, like a very fine. Someone had done a really good job of carving out what looks to be like a really young Zenthar. It has the same sort of like sharp, angular features. It has the same drow ears. It even almost has his hairstyle, but in a much more like juvenile school-esque appearance. And on the other side, clasped, like there's two little metal clasps on the locket, as if they punched out two holes in the back of the locket, and those clasps are shut on a locket of hair, a lock of hair. So it's like a picture of Zenthar and a lock of hair inside this clasped heart locket. It wouldn't be a heart. That's like way too cliche. It would be like just an oval, a very simple oval, or maybe like a rhombus diamond-esque cut stone locket.
Your child?
Yeah. My boy.
Are you out here to make money for them, or?
It's really hard to, being the kin that I am.
Well, I can understand that. Not the money part, but being out here for family, at least. Sorry, that came off so rude, didn't it? My apologies.
You're fine.
I've never done this before. Ever. I didn't think adventuring would be this. I'm honestly terrified now.
You want my honest opinion?
Yes?
I am too.
Well,
Because imagine, if I die here, who's gonna look after my boy?
is your wife dead?
No. No. She ain't exactly feeling the best, but, well... Enough is so, I will say. She's... And then sit there like rub his, like, chin for a second, just... She's fine. She's looking after him, but they're not exactly in a city life, so it's gonna get extreme for her if I'm not there often or long.
Well, I can't promise anything, of course, but I would like to say that I know a couple of people who would step up if the moment called for it, simply for what you did here today. So, I guess what I'm saying is thanks. And what am I supposed to do? Do I just stare out into the darkness? Is that what a watch is?
Well, with being a frowned upon race, it comes with its perks. You don't exactly have to. I don't imagine you can't see but so far, but
Well, I mean, I can see in that direction, and there's a tree out there.
yeah, more or less, you just want to watch their backs while they're vulnerable. Keep them protected like you would your family.
That was always my dad's job. But I'll do my best. So why don't you go take a break? I can handle it. Maybe.
Well, if you insist, I don't exactly sleep. I'll just quote it. But if anything is needed, just let me know.
Oh, I'm sure you'll hear me scream if something happens.
Well, hopefully. I don't. Don't really want anything else in this place.
Well, it is the unfortunate part of this task, is not just weathering the weather, but weathering what the jungle has to throw at us.
I'm sure it's not that bad. And then he will sit down and do his trance.
Parn, you said you're resting. How long do you hang out resting? And because you get your short rest, your hit dice back.
Yeah, he'll spend a little bit just sitting there, but seeing Lorelei going over and talking to Zenthar, he'll probably kind of go over and talk to Taryn. I didn't realize how different this would be compared to fighting in the arena. Having to watch out for someone else and potentially put myself in harm's way is not something that I'm used to. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Normally, I just have myself.
He gives a very emphatic, I've often been annoyed when I have to take care of others beyond myself. I believe some would say that is where the true value lies, in preserving life, not just eradicating it. And in terms of this being more difficult than your fight pits, sometimes it is easier when they put the target in front of you and tell you which to kill, and you don't have to make that decision. I had mentioned previously that I was tortured, probably by the same people that you were. And for quite a while, it sustained me to just imagine that I was killing them, and I didn't really care who got in the way. But, again, some would say true power lies in choosing who you eradicate. It's difficult, these protect others, especially when some, and he kind of like just looks at the camp, don't seem capable of protecting themselves, and it would drag us down. But you can't be dragged down, can you? You have to make sure that you commit to them, protect them, especially those who can't protect themselves, right?
Had I done any less fighting them or fighting for them, I'm not sure that I would have been sitting here right now myself.
Pray that we see the morning, and that, you, Lorelei, as you hear Taryn say, pray that we see the morning without any, you hear like a sort of wet, squelching footstep, like a... something heavy walking through wetted ground, as you kind of peer off into this little hollow here, as a sort of rounded head. I don't even know, is that even in your range of what you can see? Yes, just on the edge of it. Perfect. Just on the edge of what you can see. You see a sort of canine head lull up out of the water, up out of these weeds here. And it looks kind of like Wolfie's head. And it sort of like lumbers its way. You can't see the body yet. It's just like the head and shoulders are lumbering their way like onto this this area here. And it looks like Wolfie for a moment.
She would definitely tense up. Just like, is it Wolfie? And I think she would kind of stage whisper, but like she's trying to be quiet, but she still knows she has to say something, and she would just go, Zen? Zen? And then just wait to see.
Yeah, and as you quietly say Zen, you see, now that it's more than just the head, you see kind of back to the first set of shoulders. The head is positioned awkwardly, not along with the shoulders at all. And then you slowly realize why. If this is Wolfie, Wolfie is not doing so good, as Wolfie is in the mouth of some kind of greater dinosaur here that appears to be, like, you see Wolfie come up out of the reeds, and you're like, it's Wolfie, or a dog that looks like Wolfie. And then you see this larger sort of two-legged, but not, it's walking on four legs currently, and it's holding the slumped body of a wolf, as the head is kind of like this, just lolling off the shoulders of the, it's not like decapitated, it's just lolling off the shoulders, as this creature is holding it, and sort of walking up the, and it gets to about here, and it notices your campfire, and that's when you do the Zen, and that's what, like, again, you can, Parn and Taryn, you would hear the cautious Zen, as you see this thing lumbering up out of the reeds here. What are your first reactions? We know Lorelei is quietly trying to trigger or signal her allies. Let's put him down here just for safety.
Hearing that, Karn will stand up with his battle axe. Or great axe, whatever it is. Great axe. Take a deep breath and start walking over.
Taryn Taryn grabs your forearm, and he's like, wait. That thing. Circle around the side. Don't approach it from the front, unless you want to be eaten. And he will, again, then let go of your hand and move his way this way around the side. You can only move about 10 feet for free before the action starts. Zenthar, is that gentle provoking enough to awaken you?
I feel like he would have been on his, like, not like, I know it states deep, like, meditation, but I feel like he would have kept, like, a part of him just, like, available to kind of just wake up.
Yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I gotta look it up, I think the meditation actually says you are aware of what happens around you.
What's going on around you, yeah.
Remaining semi-conscious for 4 hours. You could dream.
Yeah, I think while meditating you can dream.
Okay.
After a fashion such dreams, blah, blah, blah. Remaining semi-conscious. To me, semi-conscious is you're aware. Maybe you're desensitized to it. You know, it's like, oh, I'm aware someone is walking through my camp, but unless it's immediately, offensive to me, this thing is immediately offensive. It lumbers up, its head is super long, and it drops the wolf as it sees the campfire and sees the lot of you. As it looks at you all, it's just looking. Taking you all in. It's sort of a standoff. It walks up to this wolf-like creature, puts its hand on it, and just presses. This creature is pressing down on the wolf it has captured, trying to make it cry out for pain or help or whatever. Snarls, snaps out of whatever state it was in, and is going to bite the dino here. You may have advantage on your first attack. I'm not going to reveal whether this is or is not you, Fang. We will handle that via RP later. For the sake of today, you are playing this wolf as your character, because it may be you, it may not be you. But I'm going to...
No, it can't be. Bro has way too much HP.
What? What? Oh. I'm trying to find your actual character token now, and also trying to remember the rules we made for this. Fang is also playing a homebrew class, so I'm trying to remember. Okay, let's see, just in case it is you, I will adjust your HP. Again, I'm not revealing whether it is or isn't. So there we go. Let's make this visible to the players so they can see your percentage of health. Cool. And with that, we will roll initiative. Descending order, and I need to put Taryn in there. And he rolled a 12. Cool. With that, Lorelei, it's totally fitting you rolled the highest. As you see this thing lash out, we will say that Fang, you can roll an attack with advantage because this thing is unaware of you. It thought that you were unconscious, so not unconscious, it thought that you were much more injured. Roll an attack on a bite attack on this thing. Do you have a bite attack?
I don't think I have that on my sheet.
Jump into the wolf. So if you go to your character journal up at the top, it's like the book. You can jump into the wolf. It's up at the very top. I'll drag it to your character subfolder. There you go. Underneath the player character's Fang subfolder, you should have wolf. I totally have to look up what it's like to be the wolf now. Arena change your speed, cast weird weapons. Nice. Okay. I think we said that the spear would be flavored as a bite attack, but that's fine. So the bite you did 22. That hits. Roll damage. 4, 5 piercing, and it must strength save to avoid being knocked prone. Okay, so as this thing is trying to press down and torture the dog to make it make some sort of reaction, the dog leaps up, tries to knock it down. Wow, it is knocked prone. It's ridiculous. It's just like surprised, so it falls prone. Excellent. Lorelei, now your turn proper.
Yeah. She's gonna take at least one step back towards the fire. And then I'm pretty sure it's still close enough. Yeah. And then she'll try to take a crossbow shot at the very large creature. Because it's prone, does that give me disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Prone from more than 5 feet away is disadvantage. Sorry.
No, that's okay. She's figuring her stuff out, so it's all fine.
You're good. 4. Yeah. We hear this crossbow bolt scatter across the water beyond the dinosaur.
Yeah, so her hands are like, they're shaking, and like, she's like, okay.
Zenthar.
Yeah.
Zenthar would kind of like he would kind of like take a stance, not kind of like pushing Lorelei, but like just enough to like behind me, as he's gonna just sit there and just be battle ready.
Okay.
He's just gonna hold his attack.
Excellent. I'm gonna call that the dodge action, just because it gives you some benefits, i.e. it gives you disadvantage to be hit. So call it the dodge, unless you want to say like you're holding an action to attack it for something to arrive.
No, like like genuinely holding it to swing onto it.
I got it. Cool. So we'll do that. Pardon.
He will focus in on himself and kind of release that rage that he's learning how to channel, and rush forward and take a big old swing at the prone creature.
25 is most assuredly a hit, and it is prone, so you do have advantage, but 25 is the better of the two. You're still in the whisper. There you go. 8 slashing.
Yeah.
As you run up and you bury your axe into the shoulder of this thing. It is prone, but it is not defenseless, so it kind of like, it sees you going for the neck, and it moves its head this way and moves its shoulder up, and you catch the shoulder. Obviously I can't do that with my head because I don't have a big duck head. So yeah, you collide with its shoulder. Anything else, Parn? That's bonus action and action.
Yeah, that'll be everything.
Taryn sort of sees the scene here and is like, we'll walk straight, here, get to here. He's gonna cast a magic missile at it. So magic missile. That's 1, 2, 3. How many is it at the first level? It is 3 glowing darts at first level. So he's gonna cast 3 magic missiles at this thing. 4, 5, and 5. Let me get that off the whisper layer. Don't whisper. Oh, whisper talk. Don't whisper. So he's going to deal a grand total of 14 damage to this thing. As you see these darts sail through the wind, and they like, as we get that like slow motion bullet speed as they pierce different raindrops. The raindrops explode. And now it has like this cool little like mist trail behind it as it's destroyed rain on its way to the dino. And they go boom, 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 inside the dino. The dino like kind of rolls over a little bit. Fang, as the Wolfie here, go ahead and roll your make your attack as the Wolfie. Again, I'm not revealing if this is Wolfie or not. Refuse. 11 is not a hit. So as you have advantage. Roll again, because it is still prone. 10 is also not a hit. Excellent. This creature, having been attacked by Parn and the wolf, it is going to bite the wolf. A 10 does not hit the wolf. Excellent. It is, I'm a little bit surprised, so it is then going to use its claw attack. 25 is a hit. A critical hit. So I need you, in addition to taking 11 slashing. Did we say we're doing crunchy crits? I can't remember.
Yeah.
We are. So you're going to take 15. So crunchy crits for everybody. The first die rolled is max damage, and the second one is just a regular roll. So that 7 becomes a 15, and the 4 becomes a 4. So you're going to take a grand total of 19 slashing damage as a wolf, which is not the wolf's. Oh, it is. It is more than the wolf's negative HP. So it just cuts. It brings its hand down, and the wolf is cleaved head from toe. There's like something still connecting it in the middle, but not much, as the wolf is just obliterated. The baryonyx, the dinosaur, will then look at Parn, roar at him, and will run off into the water. You may take an attack of opportunity as it does so. 13 is not a hit as it gets to the water.
It would be an 11.
11 is not a hit as it gets to the water. You did a reckless. No, you don't have a reckless attack. You're level 1.
Yeah.
As it
I'm
gets to the
RP.
water, it dives under the water. In the coursing river water, you cannot currently see it. Lorelei.
I'm gonna hold an action of. Can I take the dodge action?
Yes.
Oh,
Always.
that's a dumb question to ask. Sorry.
Yeah,
she'll take the. She'll take the dodge action just in case it like comes out from somewhere else and try and roll out of the way or something.
Okay. Good call. I'm going to put Sage in the turn order because I think we might appreciate having an extra person. So she's going to take. I don't know what she has. What are her cantrips? And her character sheet's totally broken. Malcolm, remind me to fix it. Cool. She's got chill touch. She's going to ready a chill touch. So Lorelei taking the dodge action. I'm just going to call that this token here. Zenthar, as it races into the water, and you cannot see it under the turmoil or the tumult, the churn of the water here.
I mean, can't see it. I mean, he's just gonna stand his ground.
Parn, as it races away from you.
Parn in his head will still be continuing to think like, I need to get better at hitting. I need to figure out a way, even if it's detrimental to myself, to be able to hit harder. And he wouldn't know that rage is going to drop, so unfortunately, he'd probably just move back in and rage would subside.
Taryn is going to make a perception check to see if he can detect this thing. Perception, because that's the thing you can do. Yes, and he very quickly points out that bit of water there is moving against the current, and he will point over in this direction. The water is moving against the current up towards the top of the map rather than the bottom. The rest of the water is moving down. This water is moving up as if something is displacing the water. That is his turn, unfortunately. Fang, your wolfie is in 2 pieces. Unfortunately, we can take a brief hiatus. How far would Fang have run off into the distance?
How many other wolves are there? Has that the only one in the near area, or is there more?
Wolves travel in packs, so there definitely would have been like a pack somewhere nearby, and this creature you would have seen this creature leap out of the water, grab one of these things, and drag it back into the water. It is an ambush predator. It is not, like you would be aware, it is an ambush predator. It prefers to take its animals its prey into the water and drown them. So you would have seen it do that, and you'd be left with some other wolves in the area.
I'd probably try to take the pack, I guess. Find where this thing went.
Do you think you would track it down to go save the wolf?
Yeah.
Excellent. Fang appears. Would you have stayed in wolf form or Fang form?
Well, I assume he'd be traveling with the wolves if he could convince them to come with. I mean, he could come by himself too.
Then you will be over on the side in wolf form, following the rules of our wolf form that we came across. So that should hopefully you remember. If not, I'll try to look it up. Okay, there you go. There's your wolf. You can see it over here. Sorry, let me ping you. You can see it over here. That is your wolf next to your character token. Let's get back to the group. So as you appear back on the map in wolf form, what would you like to do, Fang? You've tracked it down. You know that it took one of the pack that you joined up with.
Yeah, he's gonna keep. I think knowing that it's headed towards the group, I think he's gonna head over there.
Okay. Wolf speed is 40. 40. You go this way and you dash. You can get right here on the map again. So, excellent. The creature, hilariously, is going to swim up here, 15, and move up to Terran as it leaps out of the water. Those of you who have held actions, it becomes visible as it leaps out of the water and comes racing towards Terran. As he is the most isolated. Who had held actions? Sage held a chill touch.
Did Zenthar hold his action?
Zenthar did hold his action.
What was your action, Zenthar?
Just to swing if it got close.
Okay. Darn, it's not too close to you.
Which that's what I would say. Yeah.
So this is where your action would have gone off right here, which is why the chill touch goes off, and she does 4 necrotic to it, and then it rushes up to Terran, and it is going to try to hurt Terran. So it's going to do a bite attack. 24 is a hit, as Terran's going to take 12 damage from that, and is not grappled yet. I should have done it in the opposite order. And then it's going to do a claw attack. 14 is not a hit on Terran, as he does not take that damage. So, with that, this creature is out of movement. It does do an additional 1d6 damage because of its ambush. Minor details. So Terran's going to take an additional 6. Cool. With that, Sage is going to, because I'm controlling Sage, is going to disengage and panic and move away, because I'm not killing Sage while she's not here. Lorelei. Dodge action goes away.
Yeah. I think she would probably just try to shoot another crossbow at it. Yeah. Make sure I'm not on disadvantage because now he's standing up.
No, as you're like, your hands are shaking as you're watching it, because it doesn't come up like a regular human combatant. Tra-la-la-la, bite. It comes head cocked between its shoulders, like racing out of the water. It's the most like unsettling, old lady in the Legion movie type of movement. It's not a nice movement. And it chomps onto Terran, and you see it like its mouth, when it goes from shoulder, it goes from like shoulder to hip. It has all of Terran in its mouth, and you're like, sails overhead. Anything else? Bonus action or movement?
Yeah, she's definitely gonna move backwards with Sage behind Zenthar.
Excellent. Zenthar, your quarry is in front of you.
Yeah, he ain't hiding from it.
I got no hiding. Oof. You run up to it, and it's just like it's slippery. You stepped over the log. Maybe it's larger than what you're used to fighting. For some reason, it doesn't hit. Anything else?
Unfortunately, nope.
Brilliant. Going down Parn. You feel a abnormal sense of calm. You had just raged, and yet, like, you feel calm.
I'm going to run over What kind of action, bonus action, free action would you consider kicking the log? Because remember I had said I wanted to place them so that they could roll.
It's an object interaction, sounds like to me.
I want to kick the log and hopefully trip Dino Face.
Now, you set them up to roll downhill. This is uphill. So if you want to, I guess if you want
That's
to do,
fair.
if you want to kick it uphill, it's an athletics check. Because you had you primed it, you put this tiniest of little twigs underneath it, and I happen to be twiddling with an Allen's wrench. You put the twig like this, so all you have to do is crush the little twig, and it will roll downhill. To kick it uphill, you have to haul buttocks and kick that thing hard. So roll an athletics check, and we'll see.
So this is just me asking.
Yeah.
Would it be an athletics check or attack?
Your choice. If one rolls higher than the other, you can roll that one.
No, I will just do an attack
Okay. On the log or on the creature?
on the creature.
Okay.
And flanking is +2?
Flanking is
That's
plus
what we
2.
decided, right?
Flanking is +2 in our game.
Okay.
There's
I
special
think I
rules
just
of
set that
flanking,
up
but,
right.
We can go into I'll do a video on our flanking rules just for fun. But a 9 is not enough. As you come rushing up behind this thing, you put your foot up on the log to try to hit it, and you swing, and it again, all of this is simultaneous. It sidesteps the maul from Zenthar, and your swing comes down, and you and Zenthar strike the ground together, both missing your target. Terran does not want to be eaten by this thing, and he is feeling like he's got some good HP. So he is going to. It doesn't have a whole lot of really close things. He is going to. You see him boop out of his appearance where he is at, and he boops over here as he's not where he was. I believe that is a action. That is he appears over here. That is his action. He teleports out of the way. Fang, you are the wolf. Fang, you are not. You're not Fang Tang. Just a quick little splash in the water between you and your quarry.
Can you jump over it? Or would that take an action or something?
You've been running. I think the rules of long jump is something to do with your strength. Let's quickly look that up just to make sure. Because we are slowly learning the rules. Rules definitions, long jump. This is for the 2024 rules. Let's see. When you make a long jump, you leap horizontally a number of feet up to your strength score. If you move 10 feet immediately before, you can leap only when you make a standing long jump. Okay, cool. They worded that really awkwardly. Yes, so you can move up to your strength score if you've moved 10 feet. And you did move at least 10 feet. So is your strength score more than 10?
I believe so.
I
have too many
It
characters.
is 10. Yeah, you leap across. You end up right. How's that 15? It was just 10 a second ago. You end up right here. So that's 10 feet of your movement. You still have 20 feet left.
Can I get to the other side of the dino where there's no one blocking it?
Yep. You may.
Yeah, I'll go there and then I guess I'll attack it.
Excellent. Roll your attack. 8 piercing damage as you bite into this thing's haunches as it looks down at you. On this thing's turn, it has been attacked by Terran, who left, attacked by Zenthar, who missed, attacked by Parn, who missed, and it sees a wolf, and it's already tasted wolf blood today once, so it is going to claw.
Did he do his
Oh, the prone thing. You're right. Let's strength save. 15, so it is not knocked prone. However, a 16 does hit Wolfie. As you take 15 slashing damage, and Wolfie, 15 is more than your negative HP. Isn't it? Roll a Constitution saving throw, Wolfie.
thing? Yeah.
We'll see if you can get at least a 3. We won't do the insta death. 12. Yeah, it's fine. Fun fact, D&D, if you take more than your HP negative, you're supposed to die immediately. So it will down Wolfie in an instant. And as it has this cool feature, it will grapple Wolfie as they are unconscious. And will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet into the water with Wolfie.
Zen and I get opportunity attack, right?
You do, that's correct.
Bro.
Negativo. 14.
Oh, no flanking.
Oh, no flanking, just a 12. 12 is not a hit. As it slithers out of your reach with Wolfie in its mouth. This time, it is Wolfie. There's nothing I can do. We have declared that it is Wolfie. I have to stick with my guns as much as it pains me to do so. It slinks off into the water with Wolfie.
On, dragged into the flood, and the rest of the party left standing in shock.
That moment hit hard. You could see everyone frozen between, do we dive in, and we're next.
Yeah, it's one of those brutal chult moments where the jungle reminds you it takes what it wants.
And now the question is, does Fang make it out? Or do we start next session down a wolf?
Either way, you'll have to find out live this Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on Your Turn to Roll.
While you're here, hit subscribe so you don't miss it. Like the video if you're following the story, and come hang out in our Discord between sessions.
That's where we talk shop. DM tips, player theories, homebrew monsters, all the good stuff.
We love meeting other storytellers, new DMs, honestly just fellow nerds who love this world as much as we do.
This is Your Turn to Roll.